Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the microphones, it's Kenny. It's Jack. It's the Rock and Roll Up Podcast. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
My name's Jack.
My name's Kenny.
And this is our Rock and Roll Up Money in the Bank review
podcast.
reactions, yeah?
Yeah.
Here comes the money,
Here comes
i.e. Kenny
the money,
Beveridge.
money.
Let's talk pre-show. Come on.
So, the pre-show starts with the only match on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Daniel
what a nice
Bryan,
surprise.
Rowan versus the Usos.
Yeah. It was all right.
It was
pretty good.
It was Raw. It was a SmackDown match, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, Rowan doing his big man stuff. Bryan looking good, very strong style. The hot tag from the Usos. It's all paint by numbers, really. Rowan did a very strange kick out, which
Very strange.
sort of defied gravity,
Yeah.
which was rather impressive.
I was mainly interested in Rowan wearing a Slipknot t-shirt.
That was
more
very
than
cool.
anything.
That distracted us. Yeah, he's got good taste.
Yeah.
Bryan reverses a splash into his label lock. Lots of other stuff happens, and then double dive for Musos on Rowan. Then a double splash to Bryan, and that's the win.
Yeah.
Pinning the champ.
Pinning the champ.
How do you feel about that?
Well, that's just shit, isn't it?
It is quite bad. Yeah, that man was WWE champion a few weeks ago.
Yeah, lose on the pre-show probably. Yeah.
I just don't get this pinning your tag champs thing. It's just over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's just,
Makes very little sense. But there you go.
But there we go. We won't moan. We're on to the main. We will moan.
Yeah.
We're on to the main show.
Women's Money in the Bank.
We thought this would
starts.
open, didn't we? We thought this would open.
Yeah.
Hot open to pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, wasn't it? I think it was better than last year's one.
It was all right, wasn't it? I mean,
Scrappy start.
yeah, quite scrappy. The first thing.
Oh, it was within 30 seconds, wasn't
The problem with gimmick pay-per-views like this or stipulations like this is that, and we'll get onto this talking about the cage match.
Yeah.
It's you have to be careful with logic because things can look annoyingly stupid.
Yes, things don't make sense.
And Nikki Cross holding a ladder, spinning around, and people running into it and throwing themselves on the floor was the first logic breaking moment of the
that's
evening.
That's the gift that you'd send people to go, oh man, look how fake wrestling is.
Yeah.
You know, it was silly. It was great to see Nikki in there, but wasn't great to see that spot.
No.
Loads of other spots here. Naomi doing a little enziguri off a ladder was very good. Dana climbed up the ladder that was being held in the middle of the ring.
Yeah,
by,
not open, just held flat.
That was really. I always like seeing that because I'm like, it just looks really great.
Yeah.
We thought maybe Carmella got a knee injury, although obviously it turned out to be a work.
Yeah.
I have to say, they didn't work it very well because it looked like Carmella just shoved Mandy.
It looked like
it looked really bad.
Just a really unprofessional moment.
Yeah.
Where Carmella says, "Just stop wrestling me,
leave me alone." It was we weren't sure.
Dana actually had a really good showing.
Good showing. I think she's underrated. Yeah, good talker as well. She was swinging above the ring at one point, holding the.
She was, yeah, on top of the
case, which was pretty cool. Natalia pushed them all off a ladder. Ember looked great.
Yeah,
Ember looked great.
Hit an eclipse from the outside.
Yeah.
On top of a ladder on the outside.
Yeah.
Into the ring.
Into the ring, fantastic.
Looked amazing.
She's great. I just give her a belt already. She deserves it.
The ending was cool though. That is one thing.
The ending was cool.
Match.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine actually. The whole match was quite good. But the ending was particularly good.
There was some story development, and I did predict Mandy, and I hoped at this point it might happen because Sonya ends up helping her friend, carrying her up, fireman's lift, carrying her up the ladder on her back, looking like a right hero.
It's quite nice to see something like that you think, oh, here comes the heel turn.
Yeah, well, yeah, I thought she might throw her off and take the case.
But actually taking her, it's kind of they're doing it with Kofi in the New Day. Everyone's like, oh, there's going to be a heel turn.
But there isn't. It's just camaraderie.
Yeah, it's just, and then again here, it's quite nice.
Yeah, carries her up the ladder, but who comes up and gives them a little stare?
Oh well, it is my girl,
Just Bailey, as they would call it, for a long time.
She comes up, she gives him a smile, throws him off, and takes down the briefcase.
Who'd have thought it after all this convoluted stuff?
A lovely and quite
deserved.
Yeah. deserved huge pop.
Yeah, people love Bailey again.
Yeah,
Doesn't take much, does it? She's always simmering. She's always
She
there.
just needed to be booked in any win, any good win, and people will go mental.
She looked great, and good 5-minute kind of celebration at the end, going into the crowd, taking the signs, holding up the briefcase. Commentary went completely quiet. I loved it.
Yeah,
there was no sound at all.
Yeah.
Really, really excited to see where it goes. We thought it might lead to a Sasha Banks thing, whether she actually comes back or not. That program writes itself. The program that we all really want writes itself.
The deserved Sasha Becky, Sasha heel kind of NXT writ large.
Yes, exactly. So we shall see where it goes. But really happy for Bailey. Just please protect her now.
Yeah, please. If she's champion, just don't pin her. In fact, if you're a champion, don't get pinned.
Talking
of
that,
Talking of that, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe. Now, I have to admit, I popped to the loo. And came back.
You went for a little Rey Pisteria, didn't you?
This match was over.
Yeah, it was, and there was copious amounts of blood. So it started off big man, little man, cardboard box. Rey kicks and high flying. Joe's a strong boy. Crowd very much. Crowd love Joe, crowd love Rey, so it was a nice split. Joe gets busted real early. Some people saying it was the flying senton. I don't know. Rey's busted a few people's noses in his time. Joe bleeds as well. When he goes, he bleeds. When we saw the shots, it was his nose, maybe, and his eye, or was that just where the blood was rubbed?
Yeah,
I don't
his
know.
eye looked quite red.
He looked bad, and we thought, oh wow, there's a lot of blood already. Then he gets pinned. That was it. And Rey counters a power bomb, rolls him up. Within a minute, the match is over.
New champion.
You come out from the loo, relieved.
Don't know what's happened.
Joe's shoulders weren't down. Is that storyline? Some people saying they called an audible because Joe was injured.
I think
ended the match.
That's what the news has been reported this morning. So this is in the UK morning, just afternoon on Monday. So the news is trickling in from the pay-per-view last night. Looks like it was an audible because of the blood, potentially. Yeah, so unfortunately it means we've been robbed of a second Rey Joe match, which is a shame because I just want to see them go at it because I think it'll be brilliant. I think it will too.
But Joe's annoyed after the bell, beats Rey up.
Yeah, that's the
no
weird...
one gets over.
Yeah, I guess they had to because
it's got to be an angle.
Would have been interested to see who the original winner was. Maybe if Joe was to retain, that's why he got his win back a little bit with the beatdown. Yeah. I don't know. Dominic, Rey's son, did sweet F all, which was nice to see. Yeah, he did. Yeah. So. You're beating up my father. You're still beating up my father. You're still just abusing. Yeah, can you not do that? Yeah, strange one, but whatever. Yeah. Rey wins. He's a little champ. He is. I got that one right, didn't I? Go on. Tick. Ms. Shane McMahon next, inside a cage. Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like it? A match inside a cage? I've never seen anything like it. No. I've never seen a rope break in a cage. Do you know why? Go on. Because in a cage there are no rules, so you wouldn't get rope breaks, would you? But this is not that. This is an alternate reality. It's a special Shane McMahon. I mean, cage match. Yeah, we quickly see Braun trashing backstage prior to this, so he got into the building. Brilliant. Quick start. Miz yes kicks. Shane. Miz yes kicks were good. They're good. They looked brutal. Shane doing stupid Shane stuff, chucking the Miz around. Coast to coast, reversing to a figure four. That was okay, although it was very slow. Yeah. Shane nearly gets out, then grabs a chair from the outside. That's used mainly on Shane. Yeah. Who sells it for a bit. Oh, yeah. God, the back shots over and over and over and over. It made a good sound. It did. Then we saw the rope break after the skull crushing finale, which was onto a chair. It was, as well. Yeah. I mean, it was a finish, essentially. Yeah, and the crowd if you're going to... Don't do it. If you write the rope break, you can't do that because you can't kick out of that. No, and you shouldn't be kicking out of that onto a chair. The commentary team saying, "Oh, the referee might lose his job about this." I'm like, "What? What's the story? Why is this the storyline? The ref is now part of the thing." There appeared to be a rolling storyline throughout the night that the refs were incompetent. I don't understand it. The Samoa Joe shoulders up. That didn't look willfully changing rules. It's just
baffling to me.
Yeah.
They'll get on top of the cage anyway. They're exchanging blows, and then Shane falls out of his t-shirt and wins.
Yeah, Shane's sort of off the edge. Miz is on the inside edge. Shane's on the outside edge. He's got his arms. He just sort of like a slippery little
like
snake.
A slippery eel. He's gone.
He's gone.
The Miz loses again.
It was shit.
Yeah, just.
I don't mind Shane winning.
Miz looks like a chump though, doesn't he?
He does.
They're going to damage this if they keep having him loose.
Yeah, they got to be careful with this because I think it's been one of the best storylines going into and out of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But this was not good. Tony Nese, Daivari.
Cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Nice to see them on the main card. We did say that on
I just see from your notes here, great hard-hitting floppy shit.
I don't know what it's called.
A floppy shit?
Yeah.
Do you mean flippy?
Nope. Yeah, it's... well, we don't remember moves, do we? But moonsaults, kicks, knees getting crazy heights on anything with a springboard in it. Really, what we want to talk about during this match,
I mean, it was a great
is the
match.
crowd. It was great stiff kicks. That cartwheel Nese does is great.
Yeah,
great 450. One of the smoothest 450s I've ever seen.
Really
from
nice.
Nese.
Yeah, almost perfect symmetry on the 450.
Beautiful.
Which just we were saying that on anything from the top rope, a splash symmetry just makes it look so so good. But yeah, the crowd.
Yeah, it was a great match. Nese looked great. Daivari looked great, but I think Nese is he's quite easily being main. I say main roster talent. I suppose he is, but you know what I mean. He could mix it up with the boys there.
Yeah,
but I don't know if he will because of this crowd. I mean, I'm done with these crowds.
Boring chants. I mean, just to mention as well during the Shane McMahon Miz match, CM Punk chants.
Yeah,
which if you haven't heard, are WrestleMania review. We went in depth on our feelings about CM Punk chants.
I'm just done with these CM Punk chants. I get the best in the world thing. Give it a rest, guys.
Yeah,
it's just not funny.
It's not. It's just stupid.
And this chants like this, they damage a match.
Yeah,
they damage a push. Because if Vince sees this backstage and goes, actually, these smaller guys, wow, nobody likes them.
Yeah, we don't have new stars. Let's chant boring during a legit.
It just baffles me.
Cruiserweight match. I mean,
I can't forgive fans that do that.
Rude. It's so horrible.
Selfish.
How self-serving you've got to be to sit in a venue and chant boring at two performers at the peak of their athleticism.
Yeah. If you want to do that, focus your gripes towards something that actually matters or might change something.
Yeah.
You know, i.e. the lack of long-term storytelling, etc.
It was just...
Don't be doing it
frustrating
during a cruiserweight match. Ludicrous. More of the angle. Braun Angle gets asked to leave by Triple H.
But there is an interesting moment here backstage because the backstage stuff wasn't great in this pay-per-view.
It wasn't that much of it.
But there's Sammy hanging. So Sammy's replaced Braun in Money in the Bank, and then Sammy is found hanging upside down in some kind of Batman.
Yeah. It was like that. Yeah. In a backstage area.
And it appears he's not going to be in the match.
No, I think he was also dead.
Yeah.
We thought straight away, that's Wyatt, isn't it? That's a cheeky Bray Wyatt.
I was hoping for...
hanging up his you know...
I was hoping for a Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Little did we know.
Wasn't quite that. Started with B.
Yeah, it did start with a B. Talking of someone else that starts with a B.
Yeah, old Becky Two Belts coming up next. Middle of the card.
Interesting. I
Lacey.
thought, it might be earlier on, but
so
SmackDown's belt on the line.
We presumed that this would go first, with maybe Charlotte and Becky going later.
Yeah.
Becky just dominating. I actually think Lacey Evans is all right.
Yeah, she's fine.
She does some great character work more than she's a great wrestler, but I don't think she's that bad.
I liked her wiping her sweat with a handkerchief
and then
throwing it at Becky. It was fine. There was some stuff outside the drop kick. I mean, you know, Becky, she's fine. She was just jumping around, doing what she does. The crowd love her. You know, they were chanting, they were singing. This is the point where we really saw just copious amounts of fake tan on the mat. Don't know who. I presume it was from a build-up at this point in the show.
Yeah.
But it was gross. It was gross.
But then, so Lacey hits a cool RKO.
Kind of
move.
from the rope thing. That was nice, yeah.
But then, again, a very odd ref mistake, essentially.
Yeah.
Lacey rolls up Becky,
and the ref doesn't count.
Yeah.
It runs to about a 5.
Yeah.
And then Becky gets her in the disarmer,
transitions and
she taps straight away.
Immediately. Yeah.
It was weird.
I don't know.
This is the third ref sort of mistake or something.
Yeah.
It was odd.
Yeah, I mean the match was fine. It was pretty
good.
average,
Yeah,
but it was there was nothing that went crazy wrong, which was good.
Then there was a cool swerve.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, Charlotte Flair comes out beaming with the whitest teeth ever.
They were.
She's sponsored by Colgate,
and
she wants her match right this bloody second.
And this is logical
this
storytelling.
Was nice. Yeah, this was nice.
And it's good heel work. I'm gonna capitalize on this straight away. It was really cool.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say was a shame is that Charlotte came out after Becky had been fighting Lacey Evans. Becky didn't really sell much.
No.
And it actually turned into a really just even match.
Competitive, yeah, like exchanging forearms.
That's fine, but you probably need to do a bit at the beginning of Charlotte dominating.
Yeah. Also, I couldn't read Becky's sort of emotions here. She just seemed like she knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. Charlotte took quite a bad back bump on the floor outside, which was nice. Yeah, again, it's sort of no different to any Becky Charlotte match. Just really smooth, looked really good.
Really good, yeah.
Much better than the previous match. So yeah, really enjoying it.
So then the kind of shenanigans start happening.
More shenanigans.
Lacey
You're joking.
Runs down and gives Becky the women's right.
Yeah, which I do like. I do like that move. I know it's a punch, but I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
She cracks her in the mush.
Yeah.
There's some more mix up.
Mm.
I think Becky, she gets pinned, then kicks out. Something else happens.
Yeah, so it was a 1-2, and it was just... It looked like a 3.
Or did Charlotte hit her finisher on her before? I don't know. I don't remember.
I think women's right, go in, pin, was a 3, but kicked out just after the 3. Not called a win. She picks her up, big boot. 1, 2, 3, Charlotte wins.
No, but it was Becky pinning Flair for the 3. So something must have happened in the middle there that I don't remember.
I've forgotten.
Yeah. So then Becky looks like she's got the pin, and then she hasn't. Then she gets picked up and gets booted, and then she loses.
They both attack Becky.
I don't get it.
All of a sudden, Bayley.
Everybody's favourite hugger. She runs down.
And I'm thinking, well, it makes sense to pin Becky here for the other title, for the Raw title.
Well, for a second we smelt a Bayley heel turn.
Yeah, Bayley heel turn. I thought, well, she's going to go down, and Becky's going to have no belts. Becky no belts. But then Becky sort of disappears.
Yeah,
and it's Charlotte. And
then we realised then, she could just cash in on the heel and win.
Yeah.
And that is indeed what happened.
Yeah, she cashes in and pins Flair after
a bad elbow.
Wasn't great.
No, wasn't great. You look at that and you look at Kairi Sane's elbow and you go, the difference. And that was that, but huge pop. So
huge.
As we said, wonderful to...
So again, Bayley gets 2 massive moments. Just really cool. Looks
great
$1 million.
To see her celebrating, running around. Everybody loves her. This was actually with a really long celebration, wasn't it? The first celebration was slightly shorter.
Right.
But everybody loves her. In one night, she's cashed in and become the champion. So
brilliant.
Yeah, excited to see. Hopefully, she'll lead the brand.
It's nice to see. Everyone was thinking, Becky on one brand. Let's give it on one brand. Let's give it to Charlotte. She's a safe pair of hands.
Yeah.
But a little bit formulaic, really.
Yeah.
Of the last few years.
9 times. Yeah.
Yeah. That's again. Just good Lord.
You can't speak.
No, I'm very tired. Exemplifying the issue with WWE is that Charlotte has had 9 title reigns in less than 5 years.
Yeah, well, you know what they like with it. The old hot potato.
It's, I mean...
You say potato, I say bad booking.
What's she going to end up with at the end of her career? I mean, Flair, Cena have got 16.
Probably brain damage.
At this rate, what's she going to have, 40 or...
Yes, 40.
It's going to be silly, isn't it?
40-time women's champion.
Yeah, it's going to be stupid.
Well, this does notch up her amount, even though she held the belt for about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
but there we are.
yeah.
Bailey looks good, and hopefully the women will get more than a minute on TV again. But there we are. Elias versus Reigns. Talking of a minute, Reigns gets cracked in the back with a guitar beforehand.
Yeah.
Elias comes out. Same old promo. We still love you, Elias, but good lord, it is the same thing over and over again. Local sports team song. He played not the best guitar solo.
Yeah.
Nice to see him with a Fender. Nice to see him with an electric.
Yeah, I was mainly very upset that. So Reigns comes down, obviously.
Yeah, not selling the back, which I did like as well.
Hits him with a Superman punch,
Yeah.
But Elias has got a white Fender Stratocaster, which ends up being chucked on the floor.
Oh,
no, don't do that.
Sickening, isn't
don't
it?
do that.
That was the worst bump all night.
Just give it to me.
Yeah, I'll have that.
Very short. Reigns
Yeah.
comes in, Superman punch, spear.
Why?
1, 2, 3.
What's the
End
point? I don't understand.
Well,
what did
you
it
know,
add?
it's Roman Reigns, isn't it?
Do it on TV, man.
It's Roman Reigns, isn't it?
Yeah.
Elias gets a crowd. You know, he's still very
It's just
over.
a palate cleanser, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reigns still getting audible boos.
Then again, you know, you got to think there had been the Becky Lynch stuff had
That's
just
gone a while,
happened.
hadn't it? Yeah.
You know, I don't mind this as a palate
No,
because
it's
do you
fine.
want to go from that into the next match?
No, I can see why they've
AJ Seth
break it up.
match of the night, by far.
Yeah, great match for the Universal Belt. Super back and forth. Yeah, I know these guys have fought on the indie scene, and AJ said, you know, Seth's one of the best, and I think I've never been a massive fan of Seth, as you'll hear in future rants, I'm sure, but he put in a pretty good showing here.
Yeah, good running knee on the apron to Rollins from AJ. Really looked.
Yeah,
looked
great,
cool.
some great hard hitting stuff in this.
There was a torture rack that was cool. I really like that move.
Yeah, it looks great. If it's done right, it
into
looks
a
great.
spinning bomb
Yeah.
onto that was on Rollins.
Styles teasing a Styles clash to the outside very early on, which looked amazing.
Yeah.
This is awesome chance throughout, which
Just
is cool.
Slick
Very
stuff.
slick reversals, transitions. Seth did an amazing. Well, he always rolls through. He rolls through everything. Then he rolls through life, but he rolled through some inverted suplex and did his kind of deadlift Falcon Arrow thing, which kind of like in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
That looked kind of cool.
There was one thing that was. I think there's an issue with kind of Seth and AJ in that the Arsenals are becoming quite the moveset even is becoming.
What'd you call me?
Arsenal Gunner. He's a wrestler.
Hey, lovely.
They're becoming. We're seeing them a lot. You know, the back flip into the reverse neck drop from AJ where he comes off of catches. I mean, it's amazing.
Yes.
But we've seen it so many times.
Yeah, it's a long, convoluted way to do it.
But there was one cool thing with the Pele kick, which is always set up and then was missed.
Yeah, so it was sort of like playing on our expectations. We're used to something hitting and it didn't, which was nice.
Yeah.
And then something. One of the slickest reversals I think we've ever seen.
That was
in
amazing.
Wrestling.
There's a GIF of it on our Twitter.
Yeah, I think I shared 2 of them. A curb stomp attempt by Rollins reversed into a Styles clash.
Not sure how.
Don't know how this has happened.
And then
it's ripped a hole in the space-time continuum.
Yeah, I tweeted, curb stomp reversed into a Styles clash is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Someone kicking out of a Styles clash should be unbelievable.
Yeah, the move was protected. It's no longer protected, and it is a shame because it's one of the best finishes.
Although it's been kicked out of a lot now in WWE, I still just cringe and just cannot accept that the Styles Clash is kicked out of. I hate it.
No. For me, it's the equivalent of a tombstone. Tombstone pile driver.
Yeah, tombstone should always be a 3.
Yeah.
Styles Clash should always be a 3.
It's one of those moves that it should guarantee you, so you know when it's hit. Doesn't always have to be hit, but you know when it's hit.
Yeah.
Very much like Okada's.
The
Tombstone.
thing is,
it's going to win.
You can kick out of the like with Taker, kick out of the choke slam. Don't kick out of the tombstone.
That's almost the setup to the big
kick
finish.
Out of the Rainmaker. Don't kick out of the spinning tombstone.
Yeah.
Again, kick out of the forearm. Don't kick out of the Styles Clash.
It's unfortunate.
It's just simple.
Yeah.
Simple stuff. Don't kick out of the pedigree. Don't. It's you know.
I know it is a shame, but I think we're used to it by now. And in the end, Seth does get the curb stomp, a pretty brutal looking one to win.
Really cool curb stomp.
Yeah, great match. Match of the night, I think. Up to that point,
for sure. Lars comes out. Lucha House Party come out to.
They're Mexican, yeah.
Quite embarrassing.
And they've got piñatas.
Quite embarrassing. they came out to such a muted reaction that they left the music playing.
Is that something they do regularly with them? I don't know. I don't think so.
They left it playing underneath their promo.
And every time they stopped their sentence, they would just fade it up slightly.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah. Poor them. And then
so they're in a 3-way against someone else who I really want to know who they were meant to be facing because that person didn't come out.
Who could it logically be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure. There's so many people in matches on this card.
But
Lars comes down, beats him up. Standard stuff. Still looking like a beast.
Yeah, he looks fine.
Ironic that he came out and started beating up minorities.
There's so many jokes we can do about it. Somehow he split his head open really deep. It was bleeding.
Looked really cool.
I
bled like in a straight line down his face, and then he swiped it and put it on his sort of pec.
Yeah.
It looked cool.
I guess he...
still really not sure how I feel about Lars.
I don't know. It's difficult now, isn't it? I mean, you know, obviously the guy's done a lot of apologising and things.
Just got to be careful, haven't you? You never know who, you know, if you're a wrestler, you never know where you're going to end up. You've got to be real careful what you're doing. You know, if you're a bigot like Lars may be,
or at least
he is, you know, how stupid is it to post stuff like that when you're trying to make it big as a wrestler?
People don't think that they think in the moment, and
things on social media, you know,
got to be smart.
If you wouldn't say them in real life, don't say them on social media.
Yeah, exactly. Life lesson. But next, standard stuff.
Kofi Owens.
Yeah, another great match.
Really good.
Kofi looking great, dominating, which is good. I'm sick and tired of this rhetoric that he's an underdog and he's not championship material.
They were like,
I don't understand. He's the champion.
Is he championship material?
Yeah.
Still painting him as the underdog. He is the champion.
Oh, yeah. Owens, well, we love Owens. Owens did a great splash to the outside. Again, the splash looked really crisp.
Yeah, it did.
He took some brutal. He took like a kind of like a flip body backdrop into the corner, which looked like he was going to land on his head, which looked brutal. Yeah. He does a good Boston Crab, old Owens.
He does.
That looked
good. Hits a nice kick from Kofi jumping.
That kind of spinning, kind of free fall thing he does.
Oh yes, that was to the outside. Wasn't it? So instead of spinning forwards in flips, he spins sideways.
Yeah.
In 180s and 360s, and then ended up. Really good timing to a super kick.
Super kicked him, looked great. Much more aggressive from Kingston, which was nice because he's sort of changing his moveset a little bit in the sense that he's a bit more scrappy, a bit more hard hitting, which is really good to see. Owens doing his pop up. It is definitely just a sit out powerbomb now. I don't think he's hit just the pop up powerbomb since he's been back, has he?
Yeah.
I don't know if I guess Vince doesn't like it.
There's a kick out. One nice bit of storytelling here where. Kofi hits Trouble in Paradise and Owens rolls out.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
That's just a lovely.
So heelish and
it's just a veteran move, isn't it? Like instead
smart.
of constantly doing false falls, false finishes.
Yeah.
You know,
ring awareness.
Do that instead.
Hits the stunner at one point, which I have to say Kofi did not sell very well.
Yeah,
he's not The Rock.
Hits the grabs the rope in a match where a rope break is actually a pin breaking. Move.
I'm surprised with this match there were no rope breaks.
Yeah.
He loses his trainers at some point. Owens throws them away, but they didn't play into anything.
No, I thought it was going to... So he hit him with a Trouble in Paradise, and I thought it was going to be, that didn't hurt as much because you don't have any shoes on.
Okay.
But then hit him for the 1, 2, 3. It was just weird.
Yeah, not sure about that.
Strange.
Maybe it accidentally fell off and he played it up. I don't know. But Kofi retained as we thought he would. Good match. Standard match, looking really great.
Yeah.
I don't know who will take it off Kofi, although if this next match gives you any idea, win-wise, I have a feeling there may be maybe another 2-belter coming up soon.
Yeah. So at this point, we're looking at pretty much we've had the big stuff. We've had Lynch stuff. We've had the Shane stuff, a little palate cleanser, the Lynch stuff. Little palate cleanser, Elias Reigns, and we've had AJ, little palate cleanser, Kofi. It's been
a good order.
It's been a good order. By this point, I'm getting quite tired.
You're a sleepy boy.
My bum's hurting.
Yeah,
and it's been a long show.
Yeah.
But if there's anything that can wake you up, it was this match.
Wake me up inside.
Wake me up inside.
That's it.
It was this.
Men's Money in the Bank. Well, Spot Central, wasn't it?
We can't even.
Everyone scrappy, everyone fighting.
We can't recollect. Let's go for the big bit. I mean,
the big spots.
If you were going for the big spots, you'd be here all day. Let's go for the big spots.
All right. So Ricochet looks great, diving all over the place.
Yeah.
Balor he's the MVP of this match,
Without
taking some
doubt.
brutal bumps.
So he takes Orton. Gives 2 massive where he did it to the Sings and they over rotated.
Yeah, his table kind of.
I think
bump.
it's just where they're so light.
Yeah,
but Balor and then Ricochet take the same,
backdrop.
the same backdrop, monitors, everything's still on there.
Yeah, brutal. Andrade looked great throughout. Some great drop kicks. This back elbow to Orton looked brutal. Bumping to the outside like a boss. Ricochet Ali kind of teasing perhaps a singles match later on down the line. They were rolling about. A little bit silly again, logic-wise. They were climbing up ladders, then pulling them down. And the other one was climbing up one after the other. It looked silly. I know that it was one-upmanship. It kind of looked silly.
And then the first probably massive spot of the night. So Ali and Andrade climbed the ladder and then hit a Spanish fly from the top of the ladder.
That was nice. That was very nice.
To the canvas.
Balor took an almighty sunset flip powerbomb onto a ladder that was balanced on the rope. So we're looking at this was brutal.
He obviously it was Andrade.
Yeah.
Andrade has to fall first, so he opens up his legs.
Yeah, so he hits the ladder first.
And then Balor comes down after him with the momentum of a sunset flip.
Bombs.
And hits the ladder
hard,
and bounces.
I've never seen the bounce
hard
like that.
as high and as hard as I've ever seen. Probably.
It was brutal.
And the back bumps, and that weren't the last.
That weren't the
last back bump that Balor took.
So giftable. Again, we shared that. If anyone wants to check it out, it's on the WWE channel.
So he took a choke slam onto the. So again, instead of a ladder being flat, imagine an open ladder on its side where there's
just like
on the
triangle.
rails where there's like a triangle where there's no give whatsoever.
It's metal. Well, I don't know what's aluminium or something, but
it takes a choke slam just onto the edge of that.
I mean,
craziness.
This is the point actually where Corbin looked really good. An almighty choke slam that was like the highest choke slam ever to Ali. Deep six. Ricochet dives outside, gets a deep six.
Caught
looked
him
great. I mean,
that was from a ladder, wasn't it?
Yeah, Corbin gets a bad rap, and we know what we think of the kind of heat that he gets. But I have to say, in matches like this, he's spot on.
He was great.
He plays a big man role perfectly.
Yeah.
As did Drew. Although I didn't see much of Drew in this match. I don't really know what he was doing, which is a shame because he some people really wanted him to win.
Yeah.
But he threw Ricochet out, who snapped a ladder.
Yeah, another massive spot. So the announce table and the ring has a ladder suspended between the two, and Ricochet takes a bump from the ring outside, snaps the ladder.
Yeah, mental.
A back bump.
Yeah,
rough.
Looks good.
Looks amazing.
Looks great. Orton got an RKO in there. Although I think maybe he'd gone to catering because Orton must have had 2 minutes of ring time in the whole match.
Yeah, he hit the.
Where was the guy?
He hit the choke slam. The choke slams onto the kind of throwing
the backdrops.
Onto the announce tables. I can't quite recollect what he did next, but must have been hit with something. It felt like out of the ring for an obscene amount of time.
Didn't take no bumps, did he, old Orton? We know what we think of that. And then it all comes down to Ali, and he's in the ring, and he's climbing the ladder as slow as he possibly can. Not Andrade. No, not Andrade, not Drew.
Not Drew.
Ali, and he's climbing, and he stands at the top, and he's looking around.
Yeah, he's standing
just got his binoculars out. He's having a snack, and then. Well, it telegraphs that we knew Ali ain't going to win, but when you're that slow and you're standing there, this is again with the logic of ladder match, isn't it? And anything that's above the ring matches just falls apart completely.
Yeah, when people are winning, they step up there pretty quickly. When people aren't going to win, they take ages. Maybe you need someone who climbs up there really slowly and wins.
Yeah.
I'm sure there has been, but it just feels
Yeah.
The slow climb is a little bit
You're there
overplayed.
going, come on, just climb.
Just climb it, for God's sake.
So he stood up there.
And then
we were thinking, oh, is there going to be? They've pulled Sammy from the match because he got beaten up earlier. He's gone to hospital. There's only 7 people. Who's going to come in? Will it be Wyatt? It could be Cole.
Could be Braun.
Will it be someone new? Will it be a call up?
Yeah.
Could be Braun. Could be Lars. Could be anyone apart from this man.
Brock Lesnar returns and hits nothing.
No, he pushed the ladder over. Well, he pushed the ladder over on the outside, which hit a cameraman in the head. So thanks, Brock.
Climbs the ladder.
Pushes Ali off and busts his face open because he took a direct head bump onto a rope.
He looked incredibly chipper. He was laughing.
He was happy.
He was a bit more expression work on his face, which was better.
Yeah, he's having a great time.
Yeah.
Got a payday, didn't he?
The man looks considerably smaller since he re-entered the USADA testing pool.
But he's retired now, mate. He's retired, isn't he? That's what he said.
No, but he's gone into USADA because of UFC. I think from what
he's retired until he wants more money.
From news outside of WWE, Daniel Cormier has taken the rematch that should have happened with Stipe Miocic, because Stipe was he was dominating the division and lost to Cormier, and they went, you're not really a draw, Stipe, so we're just gonna sort of forget you.
That's
and
terrible,
give Brock the shot against Cormier for no reason.
Yeah.
Then they've had, they look silly.
Brock's been mucking them around as much as he does WWE.
So he's ended up with Brock potentially not going back into the UFC. So all of a sudden, I mean, if I was Stipe, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
Because he deserved that rematch anyway. So that's the background to that. So no Brock fight in the UFC. So maybe he's back out of USADA. Which means he'll pump himself up again.
Probably, yes. Some people saying he's signed another long-term deal. I don't know.
Well, because he's in, he was at Saudi, isn't he, for the next Saudi?
Well, has he been confirmed?
Yeah, it's him and Taker.
No, it's Goldberg and Taker.
Yeah, they all look the same, don't they?
I don't know if he's been confirmed. He will be confirmed. He'll definitely go there. He won't refuse that payday.
So Brock.
So he wins, sitting atop the ladder, a little bit wobbly. I thought, what if he falls off? That'd be funny.
Brock wins the Money in the Bank briefcase.
What does this mean? I mean, some people are saying he's going to just decimate Kofi, and I guess it doesn't make Kofi look bad because Brock decimates everyone.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a rematch at Saudi against Seth?
The only way I can think that this makes sense is that WWE have decided to weirdly accept and play by their own rules in that there's no automatic rematch clause anymore. No. So Brock will use this for a rematch against Seth, but if that's all you're going to use Money in the Bank for, then it's just
a waste, man.
Rubbish.
Because there ain't going to be storyline because he won't be on TV.
Just put Brock in a number one contenders match. He wins and goes back to Seth. There's no reason to give him the Money in the Bank briefcase.
You know what's going to happen? Heyman's going to come out with it, and he's going to cut promo after promo after promo. And it's just going to be more of the same. I know Brock's a draw. We know it by now.
Yeah.
I used to love Brock back in the day, but man, I've seen enough of him. I'm just done with the part-time thing.
Yeah.
The crowd went mental because we know what we think of the crowd.
Yeah, well, it was a shock.
Yeah, it was a shock, but a shock doesn't equal good storytelling.
It's one of those ones. I mean, we haven't watched, or I haven't watched even the Game of Thrones finale, but it reminded me of
Voldemort dies
in the sense that it's a swerve for a swerve's sake.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, well, you want to be entertained, you want to be surprised, here you go. And it's like, well, not if it's that.
Does he bump the rating? I suppose he bumps the ratings a bit, doesn't he? But I'm just done with Brock. What to say? I don't need to see him have a briefcase. I don't need to. Well, he won't be there, so I don't want to keep seeing him.
You ain't going to see him with the
briefcase.
And it will look as though Paul Heyman won Money in the Bank.
And when he cashes it in, he will win.
Without doubt.
So
without doubt.
whatever happens, he's going to win.
Brock's going to be champ again.
Will he hold it for
the
a
next year?
Yeah. I'm just so done with this cut and paste storytelling.
Funnily enough, if he had gone back to the UFC to fight Cormier, no chance of beating him, so he wouldn't have been champ there.
No, he's taken the safe option, I think.
So it's
really strange, but
after
there we are.
Just about, actually no, above average pay-per-view.
It was good in ring. It was very good.
Yeah,
there was some strange decisions, especially ref-wise. I just thought it was baffling. But
there was some weird stuff.
It was actually it was a pretty solid pay-per-view.
Yeah, some good matches. Kofi, Owens, both Lynch matches were cool. It was a cool storyline more than anything.
Great cruiserweights. Yeah, it was a really enjoyable card.
The Money in the Bank match was phenomenal.
It's a guaranteed good match, isn't it?
Until then.
Yeah, it just the amount of times we've left feeling deflated.
It was just deflating ending.
I'm unaffected these days by it ultimately because we've sort of numbed to it, haven't we? As many WWE fans have.
Yeah.
But it's. Am I angry about it? No, I'm not angry about it. But just give it to a young guy. If Andrade had it, if anyone had it,
if you don't want to give it
life,
to...
isn't it? I want life.
Yeah.
I saw Jericho tweet, "Oh, well done giving it to a nice young and up and comer Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Great booking." He went kind of in on it, which was funny.
The logical thing that's been set up is just give it to Corbin. Corbin was the choice in my mind.
Yeah,
he is the guy getting the most screen time of anybody there. He's the guy with the most storylines.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's got super heat at the moment. You can talk about...
You could play off him losing his cash in last time.
It just made sense, I think.
Yeah,
as unpopular as it would have been, it would have at least made sense.
We got our predictions well wrong for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew?
And if not, if you want to get, just give it to Drew. Give it to Andrade.
Yeah, I just wish Drew was... Yeah, he just didn't. He looked good, but
this monster push for Drew's not working out well,
is it? We're coming out of this looking like Drew's fine, Orton's fine, Ali and Ricochet probably going into a program. Andrade, Orton maybe.
Balor's probably going to hospital.
Yeah, probably. I don't know who's on what brand anymore. Still,
no. Usos pinning champions.
Can Brock cash in on it either? I don't know. Still a lot of confusion.
I'm sure we'll find out somewhat.
Nah.
On Raw and SmackDown this week.
Well, maybe.
In the coming weeks. And, of course, there's no pay-per-view to build to, in a sense. Instead, we are building to Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia. So
we won't be covering that. Just
kind of a non-canon match often. Although there is something to be said for the Shane McMahon win at the last Saudi show that has played into months of storyline. So that, when you think
that's true, actually.
That kind of best in the world competition has actually resulted in months of storyline and probably Shane McMahon's best run for quite a long time, quite a few years. Yeah. So maybe it won't be non-canon,
maybe something,
but certainly matches like Goldberg Undertaker aren't going to be followed up on.
Yeah, strange. I'm concerned about that match. Yeah. We shall see.
Yeah. Although Goldberg was...
Well, he was very good. He was very good when he came back. I mean, he fell over a couple of times.
But he was he was decent. It's not going to go long.
It'll go quick.
Yeah. Entrances will be longer than the match.
He's going to walk from probably around the beautiful city of Jeddah.
The beautiful, progressive, wonderful, vibrant city of...
A viable place to live and visit.
Of Jeddah.
And there ends... the review.
Yeah.
A little bit deflated, but overall, I think actually a pretty decent card with some great matches and some pretty brutal spots and a lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
So that's that.
Zooming in on blood.
Yeah. No black and white, or cutting away or anything. Yeah. So, So enjoyable. We did enjoy it, but
props to all the guys that were bumping their ass off.
Yep.
And I suppose a part-timer who comes in and takes very little bumps for the company, coming in and winning, is just indicative of the whole issue with WWE at the moment.
That's it, in a nutshell. How did I get inside a nutshell? So our next wrestling-based podcast will be our AEW predictions, which will be coming out in the coming days.
They will.
Prior to the 25th. And then I suppose Stomping Ground will be the next big pay-per-view.
It is. We'll be doing some...
The renamed Backlash, is it?
Yeah, we'll be doing coverage of Super Showdown, but we won't be podcasting it. AEW coming this weekend.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for the pod.
Check out if you haven't heard already, and especially, I feel as though we've got a pretty good insight to what happened with the Hangman Page news because we were at the show.
We were there, man.
Yeah, you weren't there.
We recorded a quick bite-sized chunk about Hangman Page versus Pac. I'm sure you've seen the news. Is it off? Is it on?
Yeah.
Who's happy? Who's unhappy? We saw the match. It took place at WrestleGate Pro in Nottingham. We did a very quick podcast after that to talk all about what went down in the building and what the ramifications are. So you can check that out. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And then what we've actually done is pre-recorded our predictions thereby including Pac versus Hangman Page in the predictions and saying Pac would win. That seems unlikely now. So
seems like
ignore that. Maybe we'll put in the description. Ignore that bit. But it's all kicking off, mate.
It's all happening.
So plenty more stuff to come.
Yeah.
Check us out, Rock Roll Up Pod on Twitter. Thank you to everyone that joined us for the conversation. It was wonderful to meet some new faces.
Rock and Roll Up Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, you can now listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, and of course, the classic YouTube.
The old YouTube, if you just want to go there and, for the old experience.
Yeah, and also SoundCloud. However, you can't access the whole back
There's
catalogue.
not a back catalogue because there's no room.
Yeah, we don't want to pay for the premium.
Yeah.
So, I think we shall sign off there.
Yes, so thank you for joining us. I've been Jack.
I have been Kenny.
Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar. Peace out.
Time.